Welcome to our tutorial on implementing infinite scroll with Next.js using IntersectionObserver. We start by importing the necessary hooks from React. useState will help us manage the state of our list items. useEffect will be used for side effects. useRef will give us a reference to a DOM element. And useCallback will allow us to memorize callback functions. We define a custom hook called useInfiniteScroll, which accepts fetchMoreFunc, a function responsible for fetching additional items. Inside, we create an observer ref using useRef to keep track of the DOM element that will trigger the loading of more items. We create a new IntersectionObserver instance that will call a callback function whenever the observed element intersects the viewport. The threshold is set to 1.0, meaning the fetchMoreFunc will be invoked only when the element is fully visible in the viewport. Inside a useEffect hook, we instruct the observer to start observing the element referenced by current ref. The effect cleanup function ensures we unobserve the element to prevent memory leaks when the component is unmounted. Finally, our custom hook returns the observer ref which will be passed to the element we want to observe within our component. Now, let's define the infinite list functional component that receives a prop called fetchMore. This function will be used to load more items when needed. We declare a state variable items with its setter function setItems, initialized as an empty array. This state will hold the list of items that we display. We define an asynchronous function loadMoreItems using the async keyword. This function is responsible for fetching additional items and updating the item state by appending the new items to the existing list. We use our custom hook useInfiniteScroll, passing loadMoreItems as the argument. This sets up the IntersectionObserver linked to our loadMoreItems function. A useEffect hook is utilized to perform an initial fetch of items when the component mounts, by calling loadMoreItems with no dependencies in the dependency array. In the component's return statement, we iterate over the items array and render each item within a div. Below these, we place another div with the text loading more. This div has the observer ref attached to it, which makes it the element that our IntersectionObserver watches. Lastly, we export the infinite list component, making it available for use in other parts of our application. And that concludes our code example for implementing an infinite scroll feature. With this setup, as users scroll and reach the bottom loading more div, the IntersectionObserver will trigger the loading of additional items seamlessly.